Welcome back to the channel, Army. Today, we are diving into a topic that might just make our hearts skip a beat and maybe even shed a tiny, proud tear. As we navigate this beautiful Chapter 2 era and watch the members grow, mature, and share new sides of themselves, there is one conversation that always manages to break the internet. Marriage. We all know that the thought of sharing our 7 guys with someone else is bittersweet. But wait, did you know that the exact BTS member ARMY least wants to see get married actually turns out to be the one most seriously preparing to become a husband? Let's get into it. Today, we are ranking all 7 members from the one who is happily married to his craft all the way down to the ultimate family man who has practically been planning his domestic life since debut. We've meticulously pored over years of interviews, behind-the-scenes Run BTS moments, their living habits, and their deepest quotes about family to build this ultimate countdown. Keep watching because you absolutely will not believe who lands at the #1 spot. It is a twist that will make you look at him in a completely different, incredibly endearing light. Before we kick off the ranking, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our deep dives into everything BTS. Grab your favorite snack, get comfortable, and let's start the countdown. Number 7, Suga. The introspective genius who is unapologetically married to his craft. Coming in at number 7 on our countdown, we have none other than the master producer, August D himself, Min Yoongi. If there is one person in the world who is practically in a lifetime contract with his recording studio, it has to be Suga. For years, he has established himself as one of the most prolific and respected artists in the global music industry, carrying an unmatched aura of quiet confidence, razor-sharp lyricism, and effortless cool. Between selling out arenas worldwide on his historic solo D-Day tour and becoming the refined global ambassador for luxury fashion houses like Valentino, Suga continually redefines what it means to be a modern musical icon. His intense focus, razor-sharp intellect, and signature calm demeanor make him seem almost entirely self-sufficient, living in a brilliant world built purely of melodies, synthesizers, and midnight coffee brews. When you look at his credentials, it is easy to see why music feels like his primary life partner. Suga has well over 150 registered songs with the Korea Music Copyright Association, a staggering feat that even non-fans and industry veterans view with immense reverence. Beyond his legendary work within BTS, he has shaped mega hits across diverse genres, producing and featuring on chart-topping masterpieces with giants like Psy on the viral anthem That, IU on the melancholic 8, and Halsey on Suga's interlude. And let's not forget the biggest running joke in K-pop history. Despite his reputation as a cool, private workaholic, he is the undisputed king of marriage proposals. Thanks to the passionate creativity of ARMY, the iconic phrase, "Yoongi marry me," has flooded every single BTS concert, NBA game, and live stream for years, transforming into a global cultural phenomenon that even the other 6 members constantly tease him about. Yet, underneath that quiet, stoic producer persona lies a deeply tender and caring man whose actions speak far louder than words. What makes Suga utterly irreplaceable to BTS is his steady, unspoken devotion to his brothers. Back during their difficult rookie dorm days, whenever something in the living room broke, it was always Yoongi who quietly fixed it while no one was looking. When J-Hope fell ill during the holidays before debut, it was Suga who skipped going home to bring him soup and rush him to the hospital. He does not show affection with grand, dramatic speeches. Instead, his love language is acts of service, careful listening, and practical protection. His personal journey from debut to the present day is nothing short of inspirational. He started as a struggling underground rapper from Daegu who literally had to choose between paying for a bus ride home or buying a bowl of noodles, nursing a severe shoulder injury while working delivery jobs. Today, he stands as a triumphant, world-conquering giant who conquered stadiums, overcame profound pain, and emerged as an emotional anchor for millions. Throughout every painful rehabilitation and artistic breakthrough, it was the enduring bond between Suga and Army that gave him the strength to keep laying his soul bare on the piano keys. While his intense dedication to the studio places him at number 7 for now, anyone who earns his quiet loyalty will have a rock-solid protector for life. But if you think Yoongi's workaholic nature makes him hard to pin down, wait until you see who lands at our next spot. Up next, we look at a member whose profound wisdom and romantic spirit are legendary, but whose daily household survival skills might make any future spouse double-check the house insurance. Number 6, RM. The visionary leader with a brilliant mind and an unapologetically clumsy heart. Coming in at number 6 on our countdown, we have the philosophical anchor and fearless captain of BTS, Kim Namjoon. As the leader of the biggest musical phenomenon of the 21st century, RM embodies a rare combination of monumental intellect, artistic maturity, and charismatic authority. When he steps onto a world stage, whether addressing world leaders or headlining major international music discussions, his presence commands absolute respect. His solo projects, including the critically acclaimed masterpieces Indigo and Right Place, Wrong Person, alongside his prestigious role as a global brand ambassador for Bottega Veneta, prove that he is a visionary artist operating on a whole different level of sophistication. Yet, behind that towering intellect and magnetic leadership persona lives an endearing, deeply romantic soul who simply wants to ride his bicycle, tend to his bonsai plants, and read poetry by the river. When you look at his mind, it is easy to understand why anyone would fall completely in love with his worldview. RM boasts a verified IQ of 148 and famously taught himself fluent English as a child simply by watching episodes of Friends, eventually scoring an astonishing 915 on the TOEC exam, a milestone that never fails to leave non-fans completely speechless. He made history by delivering the unforgettable Speak Yourself speech at the United Nations General Assembly, an address that became a cornerstone of modern youth advocacy across the globe. But on the domestic front, Army knows that living with Namjoon comes with one hilarious, iconic catch. He is affectionately crowned the undisputed God of Destruction. From accidentally breaking his own sunglasses on stage to snapping door handles, losing countless pairs of wireless earbuds, and being playfully banned from the kitchen by his members for his chaotic slicing skills, his daily household adventures are pure comedy gold. Yet, what makes RM fundamentally irreplaceable to the very fabric of BTS is his boundless emotional intelligence and selflessness. There is a legendary story from their early years when Big Hit founder Bang Si-hyuk set up a hidden camera test, asking Namjoon to choose between a guaranteed solo career or staying with BTS. Without hesitating for even a single second, RM chose BTS. Throughout their meteoric global rise, he bore the immense weight of translating complex cultural nuances, protecting his 6 younger and older brothers in foreign media environments, and ensuring every single voice in the group was heard. He is the intellectual shield and the emotional spine of the team, always prioritizing unity over personal pride. His personal evolution from debut to the present day is breathtaking to witness. He started out in 2013 as a fierce, defensive teenage underground rapper, sporting aggressive shades and trying to prove his worth to a skeptical world. Over the years, he transformed into an eloquent, deeply empathetic statesman of culture, fine art, and literature. Throughout that entire metamorphosis, RM and Army built a one-of-a-kind connection, even inspiring the global lifestyle term namjooning, the mindful act of exploring art galleries, enjoying nature, and seeking personal growth. During every emotional stadium-ending mentment, RM has openly credited Army for teaching him to truly love himself. While his chaotic household habits might keep a future partner constantly on alert, his profound capacity for emotional depth, loyalty, and unconditional devotion ensures he will be an extraordinary romantic companion. So, who could possibly top our wise leader? As we move up to number 5, we meet a member whose dazzling sunshine energy and perfectionist household standards could turn any home into a pristine, joyous paradise. Number 5, J-Hope, the golden ray of sunshine with the pristine standards of a 5-star luxury suite. Coming in at number 5 on our countdown, we have the unstoppable energy source and dance captain of BTS, Jung Hoseok. Known across the globe as J-Hope, he is the radiant heartbeat of the group, bringing an infectious optimism, unmatched stage presence, and immaculate artistic charisma wherever he goes. When he steps onto a stage, his precision dancing, magnetic rhythm, and razor-sharp stage presence prove why he is universally celebrated as one of the finest performance masters of his generation. As a solo powerhouse with groundbreaking projects like Jack in the Box and his stunning streetwear meets haute couture ambassadorship with Louis Vuitton, J-Hope carries an effortlessly chic, trend-setting aesthetic that commands attention. Yet, beneath that flamboyant superstar persona is an incredibly disciplined, attentive, and organized homemaker whose daily habits make him a certified domestic dream. When it comes to real-life partner material, J-Hope's household discipline and legendary lifestyle skills are practically world-class. If you have ever watched In the Soup or behind-the-scenes dorm footage, you already know that Hopi runs his personal space with the surgical precision of a luxury hotel manager. He folds clothes with pristine symmetry, color coordinates his entire wardrobe, and naturally wakes up early to tidy up, make breakfast, and brew fresh coffee for those around him. Beyond the home, his career milestones continue to astonish non-fans and industry veterans alike. J-Hope made monumental music history by becoming the very first South Korean artist to headline the main stage at a major American music festival, drawing a record-shattering crowd of over 100,000 fans at Lollapalooza, an iconic event, fans proudly crowned Hobie-Palooza. Furthermore, his philanthropic generosity is immense. He has quietly donated over hundreds of thousands of dollars to children's hospitals and educational charities through the Green Noble Club. What truly makes J-Hope irreplaceable to BTS is his dual nature as both the comforting emotional glue and the uncompromising backbone of the group's perfectionism. There is a reason the other members often playfully say they fear J-Hope's silent gaze during dance rehearsals more than anything else. Long before the global stadium tours and multi-million selling albums, Hoseok would spend endless late-night hours in cramped basement practice rooms, patiently breaking down intricate choreography step by step for RM and Jin until every single synchronized movement was second nature. He selflessly carried the responsibility of elevating the entire team's performance standard, never losing his patience and always following up rigorous critique with a warm, encouraging smile and a high five. His growth from their rookie debut in 2013 to his current status is one of the most heartwarming transformations in the industry. He began as an ambitious street dancer from Gwangju who gave up a purely hip-hop underground path to learn rapping from scratch for the group. Today, he stands tall as an internationally respected music auteur, music video director, and military leader who led his recruit training battalion with distinction. Throughout every milestone, J-Hope has constantly leaned into ARMY as his endless source of courage, frequently reminding fans that their voices during concerts are the literal oxygen that fuels his theatrical fire. With his deeply caring nature, pristine hygiene standards, and limitless fountain of positive energy, J-Hope represents a partner who will effortlessly make any household feel safe, vibrant, and filled with endless laughter. Now that we've reached the top half of our countdown, the stakes are getting higher. Up next at number 4, we have an ethereal vocalist whose tender empathy and legendary warmth will make your heart melt, but whose intense clinginess might make him the most protective partner imaginable. Number 4, Jimin, the ethereal storyteller with an unconditional heart of pure emotional gold. Coming in at number 4 on our countdown, we have the emotional compass and modern dance maestro of BTS, Park Jimin. Known universally for his angelic vocal timbre, breathtaking grace, and magnetic charm, Jimin possesses an almost otherworldly ability to captivate millions the exact second the spotlight hits him. Whether he is dominating global charts with his record-breaking solo albums Face and Muse, or defining high-fashion elegance as the international ambassador for both Dior and Tiffany & Company, Jimin effortlessly commands the global stage. His visual allure, fluid movements, and enchanting charisma make him an undeniable force in the entertainment industry. Yet, beneath that show-stopping superstar presence lives one of the most tender, emotionally attentive, and nurturing human beings you could ever hope to meet. When you look at what Jimin brings to a partnership, his empathy, loyalty, and boundless affection are practically unmatched. He is the ultimate comfort fairy of the group, naturally gifted at reading the room, noticing when someone is quietly holding back tears, and swooping in with the warmest back hug or a heartfelt conversation. Beyond his gentle nature, his artistic credentials leave even the harshest critics in total awe. Jimin made history as the very first South Korean solo artist to conquer the #1 spot on the prestigious U.S. Billboard Hot 100 with his self-written smash hit Like Crazy. Before dominating pop charts, he was already an elite prodigy, entering the modern dance department at the Busan High School of Arts as the overall top student, a stunning achievement that non-fans frequently find extraordinary. Additionally, his legendary 2018 traditional fan dance performance was so culturally impactful that it earned him a special plaque of appreciation from the Society for the Preservation of Hanbok culture. What makes Jimin truly irreplaceable to the core of BTS is his selfless, empathetic devotion to the well-being of his brothers. Whenever any member feels overwhelmed, tired, or insecure, it is consistently Jimin who knocks on their door late at night just to sit by their side and listen in silence. During their demanding Love Yourself World Tour, when members faced vocal exhaustion or minor injuries behind the curtain, Jimin was always the first person rushing backstage with ice packs, encouraging words, and warm embrace. He willingly carries the emotional weight of those around him, ensuring nobody ever feels alone or misunderstood. His artistic and personal journey from their 2013 debut to the present day is a testament to sheer resilience and growth. In the early days, Jimin was notoriously hard on himself, often practicing in the studio until dawn, constantly questioning his own vocal tone and striving for absolute physical perfection. Over time, supported by the unconditional love of ARMY, he blossomed into a self-assured, radiant performer who embraces his vulnerability as his greatest superpower. His solo track Promise, which shattered SoundCloud streaming records worldwide, was written as a sincere vow between himself and ARMY to always practice self-love and never let go of each other's hands. Whenever he speaks to ARMY, he refers to fans not merely as listeners, but as his closest lifelong companions, who gave him the confidence to sing with true freedom. With his deep emotional intelligence, attentive nature, and overflowing sweetness, Jimin is destined to be a deeply loving, supportive life partner. Now, as we enter our top 3, the anticipation is reaching a boiling point. Up next, at number 3, we have a member whose deep voice and classic retro charm hide a profound, artistic heart that has been dreaming of fatherhood and vintage family romance since the very beginning. Number 3, V. The soulful romantic with an artistic heart built for lifelong domestic warmth. Coming in at number 3 on our countdown, we enter the top tier with the magnetic, deep-voiced artist of BTS, Kim Taehyung, known worldwide as V. He possesses an unmistakable aura of timeless old Hollywood glamour, mesmerizing vocal depth, and an artistic spirit that effortlessly redefines modern elegance. When V takes the stage or appears in front of the lens, his soulful baritone vocals, expressive theatrical gaze, and breathtaking visual power leave audiences around the world spellbound. His critically acclaimed solo album, Layover, showcased his deep affinity for classic jazz, R&B, and lo-fi nostalgia, while his prestigious roles as the global face of luxury icons Celine and Cartier solidify his status as a legendary cultural trendsetter. Yet beneath that runway-ready exterior and jaw-dropping visual appeal lies a pure, romantic soul who has openly dreamed of creating a warm, laughter-filled family since the very beginning of his career. When it comes to husband potential, Taehyung is practically the living definition of a classic romantic and devoted family man. He has frequently spoken about his father being his ultimate role model in life, expressing his sincere desire to become a gentle, attentive father and an endlessly supportive partner. Beyond his warm domestic ideals, his real-world achievements continue to leave non-fans completely stunned. V made history by shattering 2 Guinness World Records in a single afternoon, becoming the fastest person ever to reach 1 million and 10 million followers on Instagram. Furthermore, his exceptional discipline was proven on a national scale when he volunteered and successfully passed the rigorous selection process for the elite Special Duty Team Counterterrorism Military Unit, a formidable accomplishment that earned widespread respect across the entire country. And let us never forget the single most profound cultural legacy he gifted the world. Back in 2016, at a fan gathering, Taehyung spontaneously coined the phrase "Bora Hae," or "I purple you." That single phrase, born from his deep love for ARMY, transformed into a multi-billion-dollar global phenomenon adopted by international organizations like UNICEF and inspiring world-famous landmarks from the Empire State Building to the Namsan Tower to light up in royal purple. What makes V utterly irreplaceable to the spirit of BTS is his unique ability to foster genuine, uninhibited emotional connection. He possesses an authentic, childlike innocence and unconventional creativity that consistently grounds his members and reminds them to slow down and enjoy the journey. A defining moment that captures his heart took place during a difficult period in 2018 when the group was experiencing immense exhaustion and pressure. Rather than letting the weight of fame harden them, Taehyung poured his raw feelings into his photography, his music, and his candid conversations, constantly bringing the members together with unexpected hugs, warm phone calls to their parents, and sweet reminders to stay true to who they are. He is the ultimate social butterfly who treats everyone, from world-famous actors to behind-the-scenes stage crew, with the exact same humility, respect, and boundless curiosity. His journey from a humble farm boy in Gochang to an internationally celebrated artistic icon is nothing short of a fairy tale. Initially tagging along to a big hit audition simply to cheer on a friend, Taehyung ended up being the only person selected that day, stepping into a world he never could have envisioned. With the steady encouragement of ARMY, who constantly validated his distinct vocal timbre and artistic eccentricities, V evolved from a shy, hidden trainee into a self-assured, multi-hyphenate artist who writes soulful melodies, snaps breathtaking vintage photography, and creates lifelong memories. Every time he speaks to ARMY, he shares his dreams of growing old together, imagining a future where fans bring their children to BTS concerts. With his deep emotional loyalty, endless adoration for children and pets, and passion for creating a cozy, art-filled home, V is primed to be an extraordinarily tender, loving partner. We are now down to the final two, and the revelation is about to take your breath away. Up next, at number 2, we have the oldest brother of the group, a culinary genius, natural provider, and hilarious provider of joy, who has all the makings of the quintessential dream husband. Number 2, Jin, the worldwide handsome pillar of comfort and the ultimate domestic dream. Coming in at an incredibly close number 2 on our countdown, we have the silver-voiced eldest brother of BTS, Kim Sok-jin. Known universally as worldwide handsome, Jin is the dazzling visual center and emotional anchor, whose warm humor and astonishing vocal power captivate millions. When he takes the stage, his crystal-clear high notes and profound emotional delivery, whether in epic stadium anthems or deeply moving solo tracks like Epiphany and The Astronaut, prove that his talent is just as breathtaking as his famous face. As a global superstar, he naturally commands attention, seamlessly balancing his role as a high-end global ambassador for elite fashion houses with his effortlessly charming variety show appearances. His flawless visuals, undeniable charisma, and sharp wit make him a magnetic presence in the entertainment industry. Yet, underneath that glamorous superstar exterior is a deeply grounded, endlessly generous provider who practically raised his younger members with home-cooked meals and unconditional care. When you look at Jin's real-life qualities, he genuinely checks every single box of an ideal husband and ultimate family man. His achievements outside of the standard idol realm are remarkably impressive, leaving even the most skeptical non-fans completely in awe. In the summer of 2024, Jin made global headlines when he proudly represented South Korea as an official torchbearer at the Paris Olympics, a monumental honor that highlighted his massive cultural influence and pristine public image. Beyond his diplomatic milestones, he is a dedicated traditionalist who spent months studying under a legendary Korean brewmaster to craft his very own traditional rice wine, demonstrating a profound respect for heritage and meticulous craftsmanship. And let us never forget his unparalleled ability to bring joy to the masses. He casually released the wildly catchy trot song, Super Tuna, as a fun birthday gift, which unexpectedly went massively viral, sparking a global dance challenge and proving his unmatched golden touch in everything he does. What makes Jin absolutely irreplaceable to the beating heart of BTS is the invisible, selfless sacrifice he made regarding the strict age hierarchy of Korean culture. As the eldest, he had every right to demand strict obedience and respect, but instead, he deliberately chose to break the ice by acting goofy, throwing out his legendary dad jokes, and creating a safe, comfortable environment where his younger brothers could thrive without fear. Back in their cramped rookie dorms, when the company was struggling financially, Jin consistently used his own personal allowance and borrowed ingredients from his family to cook hearty meals for the growing teenagers in the group. He even drove the youngest member to high school, packed his lunches, and attended his graduation, taking on the role of a surrogate parent with endless patience and unconditional love. With his artistic and personal journey from their 2013 debut to his triumphant post-military return is a story of incredible perseverance and heart. Originally scouted off the street purely for his striking looks while walking to his acting classes, Jin had zero background in singing or dancing, working twice as hard behind the scenes to become the powerhouse vocalist he is today. Throughout this grueling process, Jin always leaned on ARMY, frequently expressing that their endless cheers gave him the confidence to embrace his true, unedited self. When he became the first member to enlist, he gifted ARMY the beautiful track The Astronaut as a heartfelt promise to return, and upon his highly anticipated military discharge, he immediately skipped going home to instead host an epic, record-breaking hug event just to be close to the fans he missed so dearly. With his supreme culinary skills, unwavering emotional maturity, and natural instinct to protect and provide, Jin represents the absolute pinnacle of domestic stability and lifelong romance. But who could possibly edge out our beloved eldest brother for the top spot? We have finally arrived at number 1, and wait until you hear about the member who has practically been planning his future family life, naming his future children, and mapping out his domestic bliss since he was just a teenager. Let's get into the ultimate reveal. Number 1. Jungkook, the golden maknae who conquered the world and planned his happily ever after. Coming in at the highly anticipated number 1 spot is the absolute powerhouse of BTS, Jungkook. As the legendary golden maknae, he is the ultimate all-rounder whose jaw-dropping talents in vocals, dance, and sheer athletic prowess have solidified him as one of the most formidable pop stars on the planet. From dominating the global stage with his explosive, critically acclaimed solo album Golden, to setting a new gold standard of modern masculinity as the global ambassador for Calvin Klein, Jungkook's undeniable brand power is truly astronomical. His flawless live vocals, hypnotic center stage presence, and unapologetically bold aesthetic have shattered every conceivable boundary in the entertainment industry. He effortlessly commands stadiums with his unmatched stamina and magnetic charisma, leaving audiences completely breathless with every single movement. Yet, despite his status as a heavily tattooed, world-conquering superstar, he remains the deeply affectionate, wide-eyed romantic who has literally mapped out his dream of becoming a devoted husband and father since his early teenage years. He has even showcased his incredible cooking, cleaning, and laundry skills on his late-night broadcasts, proving he is more than ready for a cozy domestic life. What makes Jungkook the undisputed and irreplaceable center of BTS is his boundless loyalty and the sheer weight of love he carries for his 6 older brothers. He famously joined Big Hit Entertainment not because of the money or the glittering facilities, but purely because he was mesmerized by RM's raw talent and leadership, choosing to build his entire existence around the members who practically raised him. There is a profoundly moving anecdote from their early, grueling years when Jungkook, who rarely showed his own physical pain or exhaustion, suddenly burst into tears during a serious group meeting. He wept not because he was tired, but because he simply could not stand seeing his older brothers struggling under immense emotional pressure. He is the ultimate empathetic sponge of the group, absorbing their wisest lessons, reflecting their absolute best qualities, and pouring every ounce of his soul into protecting the sacred brotherhood they built from the ground up. His breathtaking metamorphosis from a painfully shy 15-year-old boy who used to wait until everyone was asleep just to take a shower into a confident, undisputed global pop giant is arguably the most remarkable coming-of-age story in modern music. Through every single era, from the rebellious rookie hip-hop days to his sophisticated Chapter 2 solo dominance, ARMY has been the protective shield and guiding light that allowed him to completely blossom. He permanently inked the word ARMY across his knuckles so that his profound love for the fans would be visible in every single performance, every time he holds a microphone. Furthermore, he frequently spends hours on live streams late at night, folding his laundry, singing impromptu karaoke, or simply falling asleep with millions of fans, because they are his ultimate safe space. We here at Bangtan Dispatch have witnessed countless beautiful milestones, but seeing his steady, unchanging devotion proves that whoever eventually wins his immense heart will be gaining a fiercely loyal, intensely loving partner who values family above the entire world. With our golden maknae claiming the undisputed top spot, we have officially reached the end of this unforgettable emotional roller coaster. But do not go anywhere just yet. Let us wrap things up and hear your honest thoughts on this ultimate countdown.